Yo. MC Enigma.
MC Enigma.
I'm only human.
On God.
Can only please someone.
What's up, guys? This is Stefan Whitaker, the director of Ambitious Rida by Enigma, MC Enigma. And right now, you guys are watching the very first behind the scenes video of one of my productions that I've created. And I'm very happy and excited to show you guys this. I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is definitely one of my favorite productions that I've been on so far this year. And I want to show you guys the behind the scenes of everything that went down for this music video. So without further ado, please enjoy.
Alright, here we are today on the very first day of Enigma Ambitious Rida music video shoot. Say hi, Enigma.
Yeah, so welcome once again to the behind the scenes of the production of Ambitious Rida. So basically what a lot of this behind the scenes footage is going to show, as you guys can probably see right now, I have a GoPro on, and I'm using whenever I have my GoPro head strap on is usually when I'm going to be showing a little bit of the behind the scenes that goes down when I'm shooting music videos or photo shoots or commercial projects, direct short films, anything. Whenever you see the GoPro head strap on, that's basically it. So right now what I'm doing is I'm setting up the drone. This is the very first music video that I've actually used the drone on. And around this time I was actually shooting my Introducing Albatross video as well, so I was kind of like multitasking with the drone. I was using the drone a lot at this time. Setting it up right now, putting on the propellers, have the iPad out, and whatnot.
Think of another name. I was thinking of something aeronautic, something that flies and stuff, and first thing that came to my mind was albatross.
Yep, that was the name that I gave it, albatross, the very first thing that came to my mind. But yes, this is the very first time I had used the drone in a music video. And this day particularly was also the very first day of production on this music video. It was a pretty bright day. I think it was like kind of early in the morning, probably like 11 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock. It was a little earlier than that. The sun was bright. I didn't have a sun shield on my iPad at the time. So as you'll see here, I had to kind of maneuver specifically how I wanted to do this shot. So right now I'm calibrating the drone just so I could get the stability with the gimbal and stability with the flight and everything. And right up top to the top left corner, as you guys can see, that's the very opening shot of this music video. And basically that's the shot that I was getting here. As you can see, that big apartment building right there, the triangle, that was the shot that I'm getting on. Basically a gigantic overhead shot above the apartment complex and above Enigma as he's writing out his song. So I'm inside my actual car right now just so I could actually see the screen, and also to hide myself from the shot because I only wanted Enigma to be seen in the shot. I didn't want anything else to be in the shot, just natural ambience of the location.
I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna see my position on here. I'm gonna take the shot. I'm gonna come down slowly for about maybe good 15 seconds, and then that'll be a cut on the take. So I'm gonna be looking at it too from here as well. Yep.
Yeah, this shot was basically the very first shot that we took on the very first day of production. Mainly because every time I had the drone on set, I wanted to make sure to knock out any aerial shots off first, mainly just for public reasons and just for also weather reasons. I think the weather was always a hassle in this production. It was just kind of ridiculous. But yeah, this was the very first shot. You probably can't see on the iPad from where my GoPro is positioned, but yeah, you can kind of see it right there actually. So basically that's what the whole very first shot of the music video looked like, the establishing shot basically. I just wanted it to fade in from black, and then you see this apartment complex. You can kind of see Enigma in between all the cars there. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite shots in the entire music video. I love this shot. I was glad that I pulled it off. Everything just looks so like complementary to each other. Everything just looks so organized, with the sidewalks and the building. I just loved it so much. Definitely one of my favorite shots from this music video.
So the wonderful GoPro shot, or not GoPro, drone shot is all finished. It's finito.
So the interesting thing about this first day of production is that we shot the beginning and the end of this music video. The beginning and the end both take place in the same area, same location, and the same kind of breath within the story of this music video. And basically, the story of this actual song here, Ambitious Rida, is Enigma is writing a song. He's in this apartment complex, as you see right here, and he's wishing to get out and get into a better neighborhood, a new, something a little bit newer, something nicer, something more fresh, something more clean, something more stable for his family and for himself. And he kind of dreams these moments when he goes to these other neighborhoods, but he's kind of dreaming so much to where he actually doesn't write anything at all. So it's like this very beginning is almost like it doesn't take place. It almost is like a dream within itself as well. As far as how I came up with this whole concept, I mean, I don't know. I think Ambitious Rida in a general, I think I was just riding through neighborhoods, and I think I just thought, I was listening to the song at the time, and I was like, man, I kind of like the idea of this concept for this music video. I told Enigma, he was rocking with it, and we went through with it. There was a minimal setup as far as for this very first day of production. The drone was probably the biggest thing, and I wasn't necessarily too worried about the drone shot. This is a pretty calm little apartment complex. There's really not a lot of people here. It's a pretty small apartment complex, actually. This shot was the very last shot of the music video. This is like a camera rehearsal right now. Me, just kind of getting the full, the motion of this shot right now. But basically, this is after Enigma wakes up from his, from napping, basically, from dreaming, and realizes, oh shit, I actually gotta get to work now. I was sleeping for real. Like, let me get back to work. So, this shot wasn't too hard. I think the only thing that made it a little difficult is that I kind of had to like crouch down to get this shot. With a fly cam, it's like a straight upward, piece of equipment. It'd be different if I had a gimbal. If I had a gimbal, it'd be a lot easier. But for this, I just had to have, kind of get in position for certain stuff.
Here we are. This is Glendarren, the neighborhood of Glendarren, right next to the golf course over there.
This was the second official day of production. We were at Glendarren, which is a really nice neighborhood in Angola, Indiana. And surprisingly, this day was pretty calm. It was actually a lot more calm than I expected it would be, because I was flying this drone in what is a pretty nice neighborhood, and I didn't really expect it to be so calm. I expected people to be either out there watching, or at least someone to call the police or something, or get kind of suspicious. But that day was a pretty calm day. Once again, starting off the day with a drone shot. And this time I actually had a sun hood this time, which helped out a whole lot, because I wasn't necessarily getting any shots where, Enigma was actually on the, in the streets or anything like that in this neighborhood. It was just all kind of aerial shots, B-roll shots of the neighborhood itself.
Just like, stay still.
Yeah, it was pretty cold that day. As you guys can see, I'm wearing gloves and whatnot, and I had like a full vest and jacket on. It was pretty cold that day. I can't remember when we shot. We probably shot in February, I think. But yeah, so Glendarren was one of the main spots as far as neighborhoods that we shot in. This all takes place within the depths of the dream sequence that Enigma encounters throughout the music video. The thing about this specific area, as far as the story goes, a lot of B-roll was kind of set into it. Basically, there's not a whole lot of narrative push in this specific place, just because there's certain areas I didn't necessarily want to go in Glendarren. I didn't want to fly the drone in in a spot where there's a whole lot of houses, or there's a lot of, what I mean. I just flew it kind of towards the entrance most of the time, and we shot a lot kind of in that main opening. But no one bothered us. It was kind of a calm day overall, And I was pretty happy with the aerial footage I got with with the drone, and I was very happy with all the different shots of B-roll I got here. Nice place. Once like I said before, it was just pretty cold that day. Pretty short day too. We probably shot for maybe like an hour and a half tops at this area. Everything went well. Very glad we knocked this location out in a day. What's up, everybody? This is Stefan Whitaker. Right now in a kind of, I guess say, art direction, production design little session right now for Ambitious Rida, for Mr. Enigma over here. He's in the background, as you can see, putting this shit up here. Yes, even on these productions, we have the talent do work as well. No. This is my friend Brandon Spalding. So he is helping go ahead and create these thunderclouds today. This is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be awesome, actually, once it's actually all set up. Basically, this is all the stuff I got. We need paper lanterns, a lot of filling right here, extension cords, and this awesome-ass light. You can go ahead and turn on. This awesome light, LED light, that's going to be simulating with the thunderclouds.
Oh, yeah.
So right now, these paper lamps are like very limp right now. They're not fully open. Oops, fuck, I just popped a hole in one. They're not fully open all the way. Right now we're just getting a space ready so we can start gluing the shit together. We got tons of glue sticks, tons of the actual cotton substance, and then we got lots of bigger paper lamps if needed. But right now this is kind of our main base for everything. So watch this work.
Alright, here we are, switched to GoPro mode. Got my boy Spalding and got my boy Enigma going ahead and doing the dirty work while I just sit here and talk shit.
Yeah, so this is probably one of the most memorable or the most visually known or recognized things about this entire music video is the thunderclouds. This day in particular was a pretty fun but a very long day. It took us a very long time to get all these clouds made, but also even the shooting wise. But of course the most longest definitely was actually getting these clouds assembled. That's my friend Brandon Spalding. He played the assistant art director for this project, and specifically more involved with the thunderclouds. Shout out to him for helping out. Yeah, I got this idea from like seeing pictures of the thunderclouds of people actually doing this arts and crafts setup. So I really wanted to do it, and I was like, man, that'd be really cool to have in a music video, something really visual to have. And since this was the first go around of doing this, kind of thing, it was very it was a learning experience, but it was fun. There's definitely some things that we could have done better, and there's definitely a lot more equipment and crafts that I could have bought for the whole time, but it was pretty exciting, to say the least. When I had got everything, as far as all the stuff I needed, I had got like limited amount of stuff. I had bought a lot of these paper lanterns and like two big things of the filling that goes around to make it have that cloud texture, that cloud look, and only like one glue gun with like a couple glue sticks. We were definitely kind of limited on all the stuff we wanted to do. If I could, I would have had the entire room lit and filled with clouds, but we only had two big things to create like a nice size looking cloud. And that was kind of like the interesting thing of like where it was going to be placed. And as you guys can see in the top left, it was placed in a pretty general place, mainly just Enigma in the middle while these two clouds are around him. These clouds are supposed to, signify his mind. So a lot of the close-up shots where he's a little bit more calm, where there's not a lot of movement, not a lot of crazy stuff going on, and plus he's lit in the face and everything. That is supposed to be his calm mind state, and then the wide shot is supposed to be more hectic, more vibrant. Even though all of that had to be captured on a tripod, there was no moving shots with that. Here we are. We got the wonderful clouds just about created. And soon we're going to be ready to shoot. There's so much cotton left, and of course 2 paper lamps. But all we have is 4 glue sticks.
How's it looking there?
Yeah, so at this point we were getting ready to go up and hang up these clouds in this very narrow hallway. The big thing about hanging up these clouds or just putting these clouds in such this narrow space is that we didn't have a lot of room to work with. Plus, we had to kind of bunch a lot of a big lantern and a couple of medium-sized, small paper lanterns together to form like an actual cloud together. So we had to work with space. You know, we had a little bit of time. At this time, I think we were probably about 3 or 4 hours in after just gluing all of the cotton and filling on top of the lanterns. And finally, it was time to hang it up. This is probably one of the most exhausting points at the time because the material I bought to hang it up with was really stretchy, and it didn't actually work out well at first. So we kind of had to like double tie them just so they had a little bit more durability, a little bit more strength. So, you know, just in case Enigma happened to bump into it or, you know, anything like that, it just didn't fall off mid shoot. So this is what the work of production is. As the director, you know, oh, look at that, just a cloud right there. Oh, how did this cloud get in the room? Wow. At this point, we finally were grouping all of the clouds together and just putting them in their individual spots so we could actually kind of get an idea of how it was all going to look on camera. So I was helping Brandon put the actual lights within the clouds, which this part is actually a lot difficult than you would expect because you kind of have to put the LED strip inside of one cloud and then kind of put it all throughout the other clouds. And luckily the LED strip is pretty bright, and plus it has a lot of different strobe effects to where it basically can cover the entire, you know, circumference of each paper lantern, so it helped out very well. But it was kind of tough. We had to kind of put them through there without actually like destroying the paper lanterns themselves and like unhooking them off that little stretchy hook. So that was a pain in the ass, to be honest. But you know, it didn't take us too long to get it all figured out. So that's the first cloud.
Artificial clouds. Holy shit. This one's gonna have to be fixed. I just wanted to see what they look like with the lights.
Yeah.
And we can always put more foam on that too.
Yeah. As you can see, those guys are pretty fascinated by the clouds, as was I. It was really, really cool to see see it actually come together. I think that was one of my favorite things about this shoot specifically, was seeing those clouds come together out of a request of mine was awesome. And I'm very, very thankful for Brandon Spalding and Enigma as well for helping create those clouds. It looked amazing. It looked awesome. Very well. I'm very pleased with how these came out to be. But right here, we were just kind of actually just rehearsing and kind of going through a lot of the movement and stuff. Plus, I just wanted to get the composition right since this was such a narrow hallway. I used my 16mm cinema lens. I needed a wide shot for this. The wide shot is what was supposed to, you know, implicate that, all right, this is Enigma in his more angry state.
Just do some different shit. You're silhouetted in this wide shot, but of course the close-ups is where we'll see more of your face. So this is the more aggressive scene. That's why the lights are going to be flashing on and off kind of rapidly.
One of the more frustrating things specifically about shooting with these clouds, though, even though they came out to be very nice, the most difficult thing about it was the fact that I was getting rolling shutter, like a very noticeable rolling shutter on my camera as I was shooting this. And I'm not really going to go into what rolling shutter is, but specifically with these lights, I kind of expected that, and there's not really much I could do about it. I did try to digitally take out some of the rolling shutter, which it did a little bit, but it still is a little noticeable. I guess that's one thing that I wish I could really take away from shooting this scene. I wish there wasn't any rolling shutter, and there specifically wasn't really any rolling shutter once I got in the close-up. The close-up was a little bit more cleaner. But the simple fact of the matter was that I had to just shoot with the rolling shutter. I couldn't really change that as much as I would like to, but I don't think it was super distracting or anything, or people was like complaining like, oh, why the hell is there a rolling shutter in this, or what are those black lines moving down, like all the way down through the screen and stuff. Overall, this was a very fun scene to shoot. It was one of the more highlight scenes from the actual project, and I'm very glad how it came out. It came out very well, and I would definitely do something like these clouds again, differently. Probably more clouds next time. So a higher budget would definitely be needed for that.
Shooting, shooting, shooting. Here we are on set for the second to last shoot day of Enigma's ambitious Rida.
This was the second to last shoot day. This was the main neighborhood that you see throughout the entire music video. This is a place called Harrington Heights. This is in Angola once again. We shot, it was a pretty long day here at this location. We shot mainly throughout the whole stretch of road here and stuff like that. It was a pretty long day. I had Jeff Landis, as you can see right there. He was the secondary actor, pretty much the only other actor besides Enigma and myself in the music video. He plays this neighbor, this random kind of neighbor, random person that comes up throughout Enigma's imagination of the neighborhood. And basically, he is that interruption. He is that disruption in his dream. Because Enigma is dreaming that he can move into this nice neighborhood, and dreams of living in one of these houses and moving his family into this neighborhood and in one of these houses, stuff like that. And Jeff kind of plays that disruption. Jeff is almost like that unfortunate reality that Enigma faces right now. Basically saying that you're not gonna get it easy. You're gonna have to go through some issues. So. Very happy to have Jeff on set. It was my first time ever working with Jeff. Jeff did a great job. He was a good sport, so it was really cool to work with him. This is the last drone shot of the entire project. After you see Enigma fall asleep towards the beginning, those first like 2 drone shots are the ones done here. The big thing about flying the drone in this place was pretty much similar to flying the drone in Glendarren. I was just a little worried if people would get, suspicious or if anyone would be alarmed. But at the drone shot, no one was alarmed. Everybody was kind of cool. The thing I loved was the timing of flying this drone, because as I flew it, there was absolutely nothing in the streets. And that's one of the things that I've heard a lot of people say when seeing the videos, like, man, it's like there's no one on the roads. It's perfect. And for this neighborhood specifically, that's kind of what I wanted it to seem like. I wanted Enigma to almost look like he's walking through this neighborhood all by himself, like all of that is his. But of course, that's when Jeff comes in and plays this disruption. It was perfect timing. There really was not a lot of cars. I mean, there's a lot of cars passing and stuff right now, but on the streets. But the timing of the shot was perfect. I really loved them. Plus, these drone shots are definitely one of my favorite shots in the video as well.
Cut.
So since this was a big chunk of the music video, we had a lot to shoot that day. I'm pretty sure we were probably out here for maybe 6 hours at most, just constantly shooting and everything. There's a lot of different setups. There's a lot of individual stuff I had to get with Enigma. There's a lot of individual stuff I had to get with Jeff. And there's a scene where I had to go ahead and put them together. A lot of different setups and stuff here. Basically, the whole setup I had for this shoot was fly cam, shoulder rig, and I think probably like one handheld shot for this day. But a lot of stuff with the fly cam. Had to capture a lot of different B-roll of all these different houses. That was kind of a big and important thing at the time, was just getting all the B-rolls of the houses. There's one specific house that we went to that we were outside of getting a lot of like the main attention. Like Enigma pays attention more to this house specifically than any other house, because that's kind of the house that he sees himself in. So luckily we had met the actual person who lived in that house right beforehand, and he seemed to not care at all what we were doing. He actually thought it was interesting, you know, because you don't really see a lot of music videos being shot in Angolan, you know, usually. The most unexpected thing that happened on set during this day is we got the cops called on us by somebody in the neighborhood. I'm not sure exactly who it was. Still to this day, I wish I knew who it was and why they called the cops. But as we were shooting this scene, a cop came up and pretty much just asked us what we were doing, you know, and told him that we were shooting a music video and whatnot and all this type of stuff. It was very unexpected, but at the same time, I kind of had it in my head that in any neighborhood that we shot, that we do have the possibility of getting the cops called on us, because we are basically going into the neighborhood causing somewhat of a disturbance, but at the same time not a disturbance. You know, we weren't really bothering anybody. We weren't knocking on people's houses and doing a lot of crazy stuff, but very unexpected, and I just got to show you guys the scene right here.
Hello there, sir. Shoot a music video right now. Yeah. I actually live right by 827, actually, or on 827. He raps. I'm the film director here. Yeah.
Someone called in and said you guys are flopping around on the road and doing all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, I imagine somebody. Yeah.
Alright, you guys have fun.
Hey, thank you very much, sir. Cool. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, first time. And I got it on my GoPro, so that's funny. Alright, so. Alright, so off to the side.
Yeah, that was so unexpected, man. It was funny though, and I didn't even know at the time that I had got it on my GoPro until like the very very last second once he had left. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I'm so glad I captured that. That was a great moment to capture. But yeah, it was so unexpected. I did not expect the cop to come, but at the same time, there was a couple people. I think like I would see them in their houses, or I'd see them come out of their houses and be like, what the hell is he doing? Matter of fact, down this road, in the direction that I'm looking at, down the road, a cop lived down the road, and he was like staring outside, looking at us the whole time after the cop had came. And I'm just like, man, you guys gotta chill. Like, we just out here to shoot music videos, but at the same time, we are in a public neighborhood, which still, yeah, it's a public neighborhood. It shouldn't really matter, but at the same time, people are just, you know, trying to be wary of what the hell's going on. So I completely understand. It was funny. I'm glad I captured it, and very glad that that I had that story to tell and to show here. So nearing the last stretch of the shoot for that day, basically it was towards the end of the music video where Enigma actually gets pushed on the ground by the angry neighbor and wakes up from his dream that he's been having in this neighborhood specifically, but then out of all of his dreams, basically he wakes up and realizes that, you know, he wasn't actually writing his song from the beginning. So, you know, we kind of after the cop came, we tried to get it done as quick as possible, and it took us a little while. It probably took us about another good like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours afterwards, just because I wanted to make sure that we could get everything done perfectly as we could. And I know you never really want to use perfect in the industry, because like nothing's gonna come out super perfect. But I wanted exactly what I wanted for the shot. I wanted, you know, which still kind of doesn't sum up the whole perfect thing, but I just really wanted everything to come out well, just so there didn't have to be any reshoots, which luckily none of these days for this shoot had any reshoots, so I thank God for that. Jeff did a great job. He definitely took a little while to get on this last stretch, as he had to show some more aggression, so we had to kind of get that set together nicely, and he did a great job. Very happy that Jeff came on the set. One of the best things that Jeff provided to this whole production and this whole experience as well is that Jeffrey Landis owns his own public access TV show in Fort Wayne, Indiana, called A Dose of Landis, and he actually allowed us to premiere Ambitious Rida on his show and interview both me and Enigma. And it was a very awesome experience. I loved it. I can't wait to do it again. Definitely gonna have Jeff on some more shoots, and definitely would love to get on his show again to do some interviews for any upcoming projects. So very glad to have him on the set for that day, and just be such a huge asset to the whole production. So overall, this whole production was definitely one of my favorites that I've done this year as far as music videos. Definitely the best Enigma music video thus far, and I definitely loved everything about it. I just loved the drone shots. I loved the clouds. I loved my cameos. Which, by the way, on the cameos, I actually did not get any behind-the-scenes footage of Michael Thomas, who is my assistant camera operator, who got those shots for me. I just want to shout out Michael Thomas for being such a great help on the music video. He definitely got some amazing shots. One of my favorite shots was by him in this music video. So thank you, Michael Thomas. I hope you guys like this first behind-the-scenes commentary video. Definitely gonna be more creative and be more do some different things on the next commentary video, but I hope you guys like it. If you guys definitely want to see more of these on music video shoots, please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this music video. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching the commentary video, and if you guys click right here, you guys can actually go ahead and watch the Ambitious Rider music video right straight from this link. So thank you guys very much. I will see you next time. Peace.
Wants a piece of you, then versus when you ain't shit, did the fuck accept the burden. I swear to God that I'm gonna be the best they've ever seen. I swear to God every track will be murdered in first degree. I swear to God you ain't